So I'll say this about Rodney. He is authentic. That's the word that comes to my mind. Rodney feels a commitment to our community, a real and authentic need to engage with our residents that you rarely see in other elected officials. He understands their struggles, given his own life story, and knows that they can reach new heights and succeed given the right chances in life. So on behalf of our Colchester residents and all our residents living around the community center, I want to thank you, Supervisor Lusk, for giving us all a new start. And so it is my honor to welcome to the mic our lead district supervisor, Rodney Lusk.
So I want to say thank you to David for that very kind introduction. Very kind. So I've got to say, I've been in office now for 2.5 years. But today, I feel I've been waiting for this day since I got here. This community center is a physical embodiment, really a monument to the county's values. When I think about what this community center represents and the possibilities that it will be unlocking for our region, it is not really possible to start that conversation without beginning with Chairman Jeff McKay. As lead district supervisor, as we heard, not only did Jeff have the foresight to acquire this property, but also to designate it for redevelopment as a community center, and to acknowledge that this is something that this community so desperately needs. As the author of the county's One Fairfax policy, which he did mention, I can say with certainty that we would not be standing here today celebrating this achievement without the leadership of Chairman Jeff McKay. So thank you, Jeff, for what you've done. I also could not go further without thanking my former boss, my mentor, and my friend, Congressman Jerry Conley. I could probably use the rest of my time here to talk about what that friendship has meant to me, but I'll just say instead that I would not be standing here without him. Jerry shows up for us without fail, something that is demonstrated by the more than $400,000 in federal funding that he has secured for the pre-apprenticeship training that we will be offering at our center here. And I want to say thank you very much, Congressman Conley, for that commitment and support to our community. I'd also like to acknowledge another dear friend who's not here, and that's Paul Krizak. Paul serves as our delegate here in this area, and Paul led the fight in Richmond for an additional $400,000 in state funding to cover the cost of equipment and also infrastructure in our Workforce Development Center that I believe will be the beating heart of this community center. So I want to say thank you to Paul. I know he's not here, but thank you, Paul, as well. And I'll acknowledge Scott Sorrell as well for his support on the Senate side in getting the funding for that. So thank you as well. It would also be difficult for me to thank all of the other partners who have been engaged with us. So I see Dr. Kress sitting here in front of me, and I met with her about 2.5 years ago. We had a conversation about the need to do more in the apprenticeship area and look for ways to help train our residents who might not go on to four-year institutions, but that might. But to have a way, a pathway for them to move into the middle class. And I just want to thank her for her commitment early on. She was one of the first people to say, yes, I will stand with you and I will help you make this a reality. So very much appreciate your support as well. Additionally, Dr. Washington from George Mason University, he is not here, has also been exceptional. So I'll acknowledge we've got a number of other partners. I'll just list a few of them. Melwood, who has their table here in the back, Building Momentum, connected to Melwood, as the operator of this center, the Northern Virginia Association of Realtors, just amazing group of folks, Arcadia Farms, the Northern Virginia Soil and Conservation District, Nova Labor. We have all the building trades who have signed on to say that they will be partners with us in this effort to train and prepare our workers for the jobs of the future. So all of these partners have helped us shape the development of this center and specifically our workforce development component. My thanks could not run more deeply. So with that, I'll say while we've had Jeff, we've had Jerry, we've had Paul, and all the partners that have gotten us started on this journey, I want to dedicate just a couple of minutes here to thank those responsible for helping us envision, craft, and ultimately deliver on the promise of this new community center. And that's the community members who call Hybla Valley and Richmond Highway home. All of you, and some of you are in this room, who call Audubon, Harmony Place, Creekside, Sequoia, Colchester Town, Gum Springs, if you call that your home, you are the real architects of this project. You're the ones who made this possible. And you're going to write the next chapter in what this center will become for this community. When I think of the community's role in building this center, I think back to a number of conversations I had as a candidate with residents from our mobile home communities who shared with me the fear and the uncertainty that they persistently face. And I heard you. I heard you loud and clear. I think of the mothers group at Audubon who took the time and initiative to organize and sit with me to help me understand the issues facing their community. I think of leaders like Carla Clure, Yolanda Earl Thompson, Adela Barrera, and others who stepped up to act as the trusted bridge between those who have been here for years and those of us who have just begun the work within their community. I think of all the residents who committed their time to programs like United Communities Community Plus Initiative, to dialogue with the county and provide feedback that is directly reflected in the programming that we're going to see here in this center. I could go on, but the point would remain the same. This center was built by the community. And looking around, you quickly realize that it truly sits at the center of it. It literally couldn't fit the definition of a community center more perfectly. So that's the message I'd like to leave you all here today. You did this. You built this. This center belongs to you. Opening the doors today is just the beginning. And I'm going to be totally and completely committed to carrying forward your vision for this site. Opening doors of opportunity and bringing new jobs to this community through our Workforce Innovation and Skills Hub that will call this center home, to growing the seeds that we planted together outside in the new community garden into a food cooperative that I believe will eventually redefine how our neighbors here access fresh produce, to all the recreational and community programming that will be available here year-round. I can't wait to work with all of you who call Southeast Fairfax County home to continue to build out your vision for what this center will become. You all should be so immensely proud of what you have and what you will accomplish with this site, just as I'm so proud to serve on your behalf. So with that, this is a great day for the community, and I want to say thank you to all for being a part of this opening today. Thank you.